So now the other way, property rights. This is another ludicrous nonsense. Okay, so it's widespread eminent domain actions. You know, they're not widespread. Yeah, there's been a few really dumb ones perpetrated by states, so I don't know exactly why he would be overriding states' rights here, but apparently he feels the right to do that now. He doesn't feel the right to do it on all these other subjects, but on this subject he feels he has the right to override the states' rights. And the whole, you know, the whole idea, look, eminent domain can be evil, but look, if you're giving people fair prices, that's nothing evil. I mean, there's a lot of people who just want to be able to exploit a circumstance. Oh yeah, my property is right in the middle of the interstate highway, and so pay me $10 million for me to sell this last piece of property to you. That's what they want to gouge. But you know, getting a fair price for a public good. I mean, look, there's so much wouldn't have gotten done in this country without eminent domain. It's just a fact. You got to have roads that are fucking straight. There's no point in having them if they're going to be twisting and turning all over the fucking place. And most of this work has already been done, so there isn't a whole huge need for eminent domain anymore. But there are some projects in cities where, yeah, you have to redevelop the city because it's a shithole. And if 2 or 3 people are going to hold up the bulldozing of and redevelopment, well, yeah, you know, you've got to tell them to get the hell out, because yes, there's the public interest sometimes outweighs the personal interest. That's just a fact. And then he called another thing regulatory takings, you know, and that basically means, you know, when we pass a law that says you can't build, you know, within 400 yards of a clean stream, that you've basically taken somebody's property rights away, because you've taken away their right to develop that land. So when you have a law that says you can't put a chemical plant there, or you can't do this, or you have to do this within certain rules, or that's all a regulatory taking. And you know, is that how you want the world to be? Is that how you want the world to be run? That anybody who owns a piece of property should be able to put anything on that property, and a community, a state, has no right to say differently? Again, he's opposing state rights, he's opposing community rights, and saying that you cannot regulate somebody's private property. And of course, these regulations are never doing it to somebody personally. They're doing it for the public good. They're not sitting there saying, oh, I'm going to make your property worth less money. No, they're just making a general rule that says, no, we're not going to shit in our drinking water. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. So anyway, so now this education. So his huge proposal for education is giving some tax breaks to homeschooling. And it's not interesting, though, that he would suggest that people who homeschool their children should get a tax break, but he doesn't suggest that people who don't have goddamn children maybe should get a tax break, because maybe they shouldn't be funding other people's kids, right? Why should people who have no children be paying huge property taxes? 80% of their property tax bill is for schooling, you know, for kid care, 80%. And you know, why isn't he opposing that? I mean, why should people who don't have kids pay for kids? If you're a libertarian, you certainly shouldn't be believing that people who don't have children shouldn't have to be taking care of other people's children, right? So how does that make any sense? How is that a libertarian policy? How is that consistent with your libertarian jargon of, you know, everyone for himself? It's bullshit, okay? And it just shows how insincere this asshole is. And then he opposes national testing standards. Now, why would anybody, I've never really understood this argument. Why would anyone oppose national standards? How is national standards scary? What is so frightening about having a standard that says, yes, this is what a high school graduate should know? I mean, of course there should be a national standard, and there should be goddamn national teaching being done. This fucking YouTube should have some goddamn science classes on it. It should have all kinds of stuff on it. Yeah, we should be pumping information into kids any way we can, and I think we should be paying them to learn it. You know, that's simple. And get rid of this whole huge, preposterous education infrastructure that is just a pile of shit. But no, he's not proposing that. He's just proposing rinky-dink little nothings. And that's his whole hook. His whole philosophy is garbage. He doesn't want to fix anything. He just wants to tear things down. And he thinks tearing things down is a fix. And it's not a fix. It's going backward. It's going backward to monarchy. It's going backward to the uncivilized world that we became civilized to get out of. And so anyway, to all you people, all you ranters and ravers and with your stupid, crappy remarks, yeah, you're fucking dupes, you're fools, you're idiots, and you're fucking useless atheists. You're not just weak atheists, you're useless atheists, you're destructive atheists, because you don't even know what it means to be an atheist. You don't know what free thought is, because this guy isn't defending free thought. He's not defending freedom. He's defending exactly what you're even using the terms now, states' rights. Yeah, we know what that means. People who lived in the 60s and 70s know what those fucking words mean. And it means the right to, segregate, the right to treat people differently, the right to be uncivilized. That's it. The right to be uncivilized. So fuck you. Fuck you. You're not atheists. You're not useful human beings. You're shit.